So we are going to do these frames in order to hold the long wood pieces to hold the tarpaulin. And this structure is very basic to build. We are getting two small pieces of 30 centimeters and then one longer for 40 centimeters. This is the length of the air gap that we will have. So this is this way, and the tarp is going to be fixed to the wood that is going to be fixed on the high end. And here we will fix this piece directly to the RHU roof, and later I will show you. So the materials that we need are these big pieces. Then we have these two small ones in order to hold the structure like this. So we avoid issues when wind and resistance, or if this is like getting rotated or something. And then we are having these two types of screws. These ones goes here, just to make sure that it's connecting everything. The distance is longer. And the shorter ones are going to be in the small piece here and here, and then here, in order to connect the 90-degree angle. So the dimensions that I see that they are working pretty well, these ones are 32 millimeters long, and these ones are, I don't know, 55 centimeters long. So yeah, just for reference. The idea of these frames is like they can be built in a workshop, in a warehouse, and take it into the field directly, instead of building a truss or a structure directly that is time consuming in the field and less comfortable to build it. So in order to do that, because the wood that we are using from the pallets is very weak, I'm pre-drilling these holes with a 3 millimeters drill, and then I'm just having another one for the screws, so I can go faster. Yeah. Now I take down the shorter side that is going to be facing the roof, and this is going vertical. So I just start fixing this. Just make sure that this line is flat, so I can play around a little bit and turn it. There. This wood is a little uneven, but it doesn't matter. And now the key is that we are going to hold this, because if not, this piece of wood could slide out. So I'm going to fix here. And in order to work easier, I start perpendicular and then I go vertical in order to have the screw in this direction, in this position. So now it's good. This screw alone won't be enough for some kind of, this is like a security to make sure that it is holding better. And I'm going to do the long side. So here I just go back to the ruler and I make sure that this is going more or less perpendicular. So here I have to put here some tension. So just to make sure this goes.
Oui.
Okay.
Voilà.
perfect, 90 degrees. And then just put this here just to make sure that this is not going anywhere. And done. Okay, so now we are going to see how to fix those pieces in the roof. So here we have a panel on the floor, then we will do it live. So basically what we are doing here is avoiding having the plastic bolts and the brackets in the one side and in the center. So we have those gaps available in order to fix our pieces, the wood frames. So one is going to be like this, the other one more or less like this. It doesn't really matter the direction, and the other one in the bottom here. This is the bottom of the roof. So we will going to fix it from inside, making sure that it is fixed to the pipe. Okay, so this is a mock-up of the panel that we are having in the roof. So as we know, this is fixed like this with the black bolt, the plastic mat, and this bridge that holds and connects the panel to the pipe. And the pipe transmits the loads to the rest of the structure. Right. So we are going to take advantage of the current existing holes in order to fix our wood structure here, our 90 degrees angle. So this is going to be like this. Here, of course, we are missing the other side of the panel. This is just to do a demonstration and explaining easier. We will have the wood on top of it, and we will just fix it from the bottom. The wood frame that is going to fix to the pipe and to the panel, and then we will have the other piece of wood, the horizontal one, that is going. We are going to have one in the center, one in the bottom, and one on the top of the roof. And these pieces are going to actually hold the tarpaulin. So as we are not going to use these bolts, the plastic bolts, we are going to reuse the rubber washer that is going to help us to make it watertight, all the structure. So we reuse this part. So here we have the system that is going to fix the wood from inside. So we have the metal screw. Here I'm taking one of 50 millimeters. It can be 45, something like that. We have a metal washer to distribute the load, similar dimension as we have the plastic bolt, 2 centimeters diameter. Then we have the bracket, just to hold and fix the pipe. And in the other side, against the panel from inside, in this time, we are taking the rubber washer that is going to make it watertight from inside. Here we will have the panel and finally the wood structure. So here we are fixing, we just fix it. And here we are missing one layer of the panel, so this panel will be duplicated. But as you see, we have the rubber washer against the panel, making it watertight. And now it is fixed and connected to everything. Great, so here we have 5 connections from the panels to the pipe. We are leaving the center and both sides empty because we are going to reduce the holes. And here we will place our wood frame like this, and we just will fix it from inside as we saw in the mock-up demonstration. So in the central part of the shelter, we only have 2 connections per piece of wood, but here in the side, we do have 3. So we have 1, 2, 3 holes that are going to fix from beneath the wood part. So it's going to be more resistant, and that's nice because these parts are going to be more exposed to the wind because they are in the corners. So in this case, as we don't have the bridge, the bracket, because we have the U profile. So we only need the metal washer and rubber washer, and I'm going to fix it from inside, from here. here we have. So here we fix the horizontal pipe piece of wood button in the lower part of the RHU, and we put here 3 screws so we avoid the movement in 2 directions. So now left side, like in this direction, is resistant, in this direction, and in the other one, thanks to here to the inertia, is also quite resistant. In this other side, similar, we have here a 40 centimeters air gap, and we will have here 10 centimeters of overlay of the tarpaulin and fixing. So we make sure that the tarpaulin is fixed properly in order to rest and both directions here and upwards is quite resistant, I would say. And here in the middle to connect the several buttons, wood pieces, in order to, because they are short, very short. So we just have to do 3 holes and 3 screws in order to get it stronger and avoid that it is bending or whatever. And this is the final result of the seine net. I used a tarpaulin on top of the wood buttons. The tarpaulin is a standard size 6 meters times 4 meters. I cut it in the middle, so we have 6 meter long, 2 meters high or wide. I just cut a small piece for the mock-up. But yeah, and I'm taking advantage of the reinforcement. I'm using the guidelines, as we know, 70 centimeters or 60 centimeters connections every 60 centimeters. I'm using a washer to increase the surface and avoid punctures, and also I'm taking advantage of the pre-holes that we do normally have. I'm just having one line of button in the bottom of the roof, one on top, but I think like in the middle, depending on the operation, you can choose and add one in the middle, in the center, when we have the reinforcement band. And yeah, so then we have the 40 centimeters air gap for the seine net, and I would say like it's pretty strong. So here, remember, we only have 2 screws, but in both directions, horizontal and vertical forces, everything is well connected. Here I'm using a short air gap just for the mock-up, but we should do it every 3 panels, as I'm showing in the bottom button. And in this one, we remember we have 3 screws, and again, it is very strong and well connected. So this is it. You have any question, you know that you can contact me on WhatsApp, email, whatever, and that's it. Thank you so much.